We begin with the second chapter of geography, globe, latitudes and longitudes. The center of attraction of our study is our planet, Earth. From the previous chapter, we have already gathered knowledge about the shape of the Earth. The true shape of the Earth is termed as geoid, which means Earth-shaped. It bulges at the equator but is slightly flattened at the poles. The diameter of the Earth around the equator is 12,756 kilometers, while the polar diameter is 12,712 kilometers. The best proof regarding the shape of the Earth comes from the aerial photographs taken from satellites. Now we know that in this chapter, since we live on the planet Earth, so definitely in every aspect we'll be taking Earth as our priority to know maximum about it. And in the first introductory paragraph, they are telling you that the shape of the Earth is geoid shaped. That means it is slightly flattened at the poles. At the poles, it is flattened, whereas near the equator, it appears to be bulging. So, and even if you check the diameter, it is 12,756, which is more than the flattened poles. It is slightly less. See, 12,712 kilometers. So the total distance they have given you, telling that the Earth, though it appears like a sphere, but it is flattened at the poles and is bulging at the equator. Then if you see this green box, you come across a new term called oblate spheroid. Now this means the Earth is in a shape of an oblate spheroid. That means it is more of a shape of an orange. So basically it's an orange shape with flattened at the poles, and the equator, near the equator, it appears to be bulging. We move on to study the shape of the Earth, its various features and characteristics. In our geography laboratory and classroom, we have diversity globe, a true three-dimensional model of the Earth or any spherical celestial body is called a globe. It is a three-dimensional scale model of the Earth. Now here they are telling you that to study, we cannot bring the students to a space and settle them there, and from there we can show them the pictures. It is impossible practically for a class to be shown the visual effect of how the Earth looks like. So for that we follow the globe. We have globes, man-made objects these are, and it's an artificial depiction of the way it could be represented, the Earth could be represented. Now it has three dimensions. That means not just length and breadth we see, but we also see the thickness of it, and it can be rotated, it can be felt, and that is why globe is very beneficial for the small students to know how the Earth exactly looks like, because going on seeing it from a satellite or from a space shuttle, it won't be possible. So the practical knowledge for any child to know how the Earth looks like is the presentation of a globe. Then they talk of wordology. The word globe comes from the Latin word globus, meaning sphere. Please note down this word globus. It is a Latin word and it means a sphere. So we all know that Earth looks like a sphere. So that is why it is called globe, and because it is an artificial representation of the Earth. Because of its vastness, globe is the best way to be represented and shown to any person who is new to the concept of how the Earth looks like. Next, when you look at a globe in the classroom or a museum, you will notice that it is usually mounted at an angle. The angle of the mounting represents the axis or the angle of the planet in rotation to the sun. The axis of the real Earth is an imaginary line passing from North Pole to South Pole, along which the Earth rotates. We can spin the globe because of this mounting to represent the spinning of the Earth on its axis. This makes it easy to visualize day and night and the changing seasons. The axis of the earth is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degrees to the vertical plane. Now this is very important to understand. If you see this picture clearly, this is a picture of a globe. Now, though it is a base, it could have been North Pole here and South Pole down below, but it is slightly tilted, and this is the North Pole, this is the South Pole. That means the Earth is slightly tilted at an axis, and the imaginary line in which the Earth rotates, spins around in a rotation, completing the rotation is slightly tilted. It is not just vertical, it is slightly tilted. If you see this picture which I have drawn, the axis is slightly tilted and the earth is spinning. It is spinning continuously. Clear? And that spinning of the earth on its axis is called